Did you know there are 5 yoga moves that can fix almost every upper body mobility problem you are dealing with? And we will jump right in with move number 1, called thread the needle. If you work at a desk, your mid-back has been locked in one position for years. Your thoracic spine, the 12 vertebrae between your neck and your lower back, is supposed to be one of the most mobile sections of your entire skeleton. It is designed to rotate, extend, and bend in every direction. But when you sit hunched over a keyboard or a phone 8 to 10 hours a day, those vertebrae stop moving. They fuse into one stiff block. And when your mid-back refuses to rotate, your neck and shoulders have to do all the rotating for it. That is exactly why your neck is always tight and your shoulders constantly ache. Over 1 in 5 adults will develop excessive thoracic rounding over their lifetime, and it does not start at 70. It starts in your 30s and 40s, right at the desk where you are probably sitting now. Here's how you do thread the needle. Start on all fours with your hands directly under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Take your right arm and slide it underneath your left arm, reaching across the floor with your palm facing up. Let your right shoulder and the right side of your head rest gently on the ground. Your left hand stays planted. Your hips stay level. Nothing moves except your upper body. Imagine you are threading a needle through the space between your arm and the floor. Slow, precise, deliberate. You should feel a deep stretch wrapping around the outside of your right shoulder blade and spreading across your mid-back. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds per side. If your shoulder does not reach the floor, place a folded towel or a pillow under your head. That is completely fine. The stretch still works. Once this feels comfortable, try extending your top arm straight up toward the ceiling. That adds a chest opening component that doubles the benefit. In Sanskrit, this pose is called Parsva Balasana. Parsva means side. You are literally threading your body through its own architecture, one vertebra at a time. What makes this move so effective is that it isolates thoracic rotation without involving your lower back. Most twisting movements let the lumbar spine do the turning. In this position, your hips are locked in place, so the rotation has nowhere to go except through the mid-back, which is exactly where it belongs. After just a few days of doing this, you will notice that checking your blind spot while driving feels easier. Reaching across your body to grab something feels smoother. That locked up feeling between your shoulder blades starts to dissolve. Now that you have opened up the rotation in your mid-back, it is time to address the area that causes the most frustration for people with desk jobs, your shoulders. Move number 2 is called puppy pose. Think about this for a moment. When was the last time you reached both arms fully overhead without feeling tightness, pinching, or restriction? For most adults over 35, overhead mobility is quietly disappearing. You do not notice it until you try to grab something from a high shelf or throw a ball with your kids, and your shoulder says no. Research shows that shoulder range of motion declines by roughly 5 to 6 degrees per decade after 40. That sounds small until you realize it compounds. By 60, you may have lost a quarter of the overhead reach you had at 25. Here's how you do puppy pose. Start on all fours. Walk your hands forward while keeping your hips stacked directly above your knees. Your hips do not move forward, only your hands do. Let your chest sink toward the floor. Your arms stay straight and your forehead rests gently on the ground. Think of how a puppy stretches after a nap. Front paws reaching forward, chest melting toward the floor. Your body wants to do the same thing. You have just been keeping it locked in a chair. Hold for 30 to 60 seconds. If your chest does not reach the floor, do not force it. Place a pillow or bolster under your chest for support and let gravity do the work over time. You are still getting the stretch. Once this feels easy, try bending your elbows and bringing your palms together behind your head, like a prayer position. That deepens the stretch into the lats and the muscles around your shoulder blades. What puppy pose does is create a passive opening through the entire front line of your shoulder and chest. It gently pulls the thoracic spine into extension, reversing the forward curve that builds up from years of sitting. Yoga practitioners call this Utthana Shishosana, or extended puppy pose. It is one of the simplest postures in the entire yoga tradition, and also one of the most effective for undoing the damage of a sedentary lifestyle. Now, move number 5 is the one I really want you to pay attention to. It targets the exact postural pattern that makes you look and feel 10 years older than you are. And it does it while you lie on the floor and do almost nothing. We will get to that in a minute. Move number 3 is eagle arms. Shoulder pain is the third most common musculoskeletal complaint in the world, and a huge percentage of that pain comes from one specific area: the muscles between and around your shoulder blades. When you sit with your arms in front of you all day, typing, scrolling, driving, the muscles in your upper back get stretched into a permanently lengthened position. They become weak and overstretched. Meanwhile, the muscles in your chest and front shoulders get chronically shortened. This imbalance is called upper cross syndrome, and it is so common in desk workers that physical therapists consider it almost universal. Eagle Arms directly targets it. Here's how you do it. Stand or sit tall. Extend both arms in front of you at shoulder height. Cross your right arm over your left at the elbows. Now wrap your forearms around each other so your palms face each other, or as close as you can get them. Lift your elbows to shoulder height while pressing your forearms away from your face. Think of your arms as two ropes wrapping around each other. The tighter the wrap, the deeper the release when you let go. You should feel a strong stretch spreading across your upper back, between and behind your shoulder blades. That is the exact area that has been screaming at you for months. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds, then switch which arm is on top and repeat. If you cannot get your palms to touch, grab opposite shoulders instead and just hold the elbows cross position. That still opens the upper back effectively. You're still working the right muscles. Once this feels easy, try slowly raising and lowering your crossed elbows while holding the wrap. That moving variation works the stretch through multiple angles and gets into the smaller muscles that a static hold misses. This pose is named after Garuda, a mythical eagle from Hindu tradition. The wrapping of your arms compresses the muscles between your shoulder blades the same way wringing out a towel removes water. And when you release, blood floods back into those tissues carrying fresh oxygen and nutrients. Clinical research on yoga for upper cross syndrome found significant improvements in both cervical and shoulder positioning after consistent practice. The hunched posture measurably improved through movement alone. Now, if this content is helping you, subscribing takes 1 second and it tells me to make more videos like this one. That is it. Let us keep going. 4 is Cowface arms. Try this right now. Reach your right hand over your right shoulder and down your back. At the same time, reach your left hand behind your lower back and up toward your right hand. Can your fingers touch? Can they clasp? If your fingertips are 6 inches apart, that is your starting line, and this exercise is how you close that gap. This simple test reveals 2 completely different shoulder capacities at the same time. Your top arm tests external rotation and flexion. Your bottom arm tests internal rotation and extension. Most people are shocked by how different the 2 sides feel. Here's the full version. Sit or stand tall. Reach your right arm straight up toward the ceiling. Bend your elbow so your right hand drops behind your head and down between your shoulder blades. With your left arm, reach behind your lower back with the back of your hand against your spine. Walk your left fingers upward toward your right hand. If your fingers touch, gently clasp them. If they do not, hold a towel or a strap between your hands to bridge the gap. Your shoulder blades are like 2 elevator doors, one going up, one going down at the same time. That asymmetric pull is what makes this posture so revealing and so effective. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds per side. Switch arms and repeat. You will almost certainly find one side is dramatically tighter than the other. That imbalance is important information. If clasping your hands is nowhere close, just hold the towel and focus on walking your fingers closer together over time. An inch of progress in a month is significant. Once your fingers touch easily, try gently pulling your clasped hands apart without actually letting go. That isometric tension activates the rotator cuff muscles and turns a stretch into a strengthening exercise. This pose is called Gomukhasana, which translates to cowface. The asymmetry of the arm positions tests 2 completely different rotational capacities in a single posture. Physical therapists use a version of this exact test to measure shoulder function in clinical settings. Over time, this one movement restores the rotational balance that years of one-sided habits have destroyed. If you sleep on one side, carry a bag on one shoulder, or mouse with one hand all day, this is the exercise that undoes all of it. Now it is time for move number 5. This is the one I mentioned earlier, and if you only remember one position from this entire video, let it be this one. It is called supported fish pose. Here's the truth. That rounded posture you see in the mirror, the shoulders rolling forward, the head pushing ahead of the body, the chest caving in, that comes from a muscle imbalance that no one ever taught you how to fix. Your chest muscles and front shoulders have been shortening for years. Every hour in front of a screen pulls them tighter, and as they tighten, they physically drag your upper spine into a forward curve. Stretching your upper back will not fix this. Your upper back is already overstretched. What you actually need to do is open the front of your body and let your spine return to its natural position. That is exactly what supported fish pose does. Take a yoga block, a firm pillow, or a tightly rolled towel. Place it on the floor. Lie on your back with the block positioned horizontally across your upper back, right between your shoulder blades. Let your head rest on the floor behind the block. Open your arms out to the sides with your palms facing up, and just lie there. Breathe. Imagine your chest as a book opening, Your spine is the binding and your ribs are the pages spreading apart. Gravity does the entire job here. You just have to let it. Hold for 60 to 90 seconds to start. If the stretch feels too intense, use a softer prop like a rolled towel instead of a block. Once this feels comfortable, try extending your arms overhead on the floor. That adds a shoulder and lat stretch to the chest opening and turns it into a full anterior chain release. The fish pose is named after Matsya, a divine incarnation in Hindu mythology who saved humanity during a great flood. The chest opening this pose creates is its own kind of rescue for a body that has been drowning in forward flexion for years. What is happening inside your body during this hold is remarkable. The thoracic spine is being gently pressed into extension, reversing years of accumulated curvature. The pectoral muscles and anterior deltoids are lengthening passively. The intercostal muscles between your ribs are stretching, which actually improves your ability to take deep breaths. When the American College of Physicians recommended yoga as a frontline treatment for musculoskeletal conditions, this is the type of posture they were talking about. Passive, restorative, profoundly effective over time. Do 3 to 5 minutes if you can. This is one where longer is better. Now here is the full routine. I am calling it the 5-minute upper body reset. Thread the needle 20 to 30 seconds per side, opening up thoracic rotation. Puppy pose 30 to 60 seconds, stretching the shoulders and extending the mid-back. Eagle arms 20 to 30 seconds per side, releasing the muscles between and behind your shoulder blades. Cowface arms 20 to 30 seconds per side, restoring rotational balance in both shoulders. Supported fish pose 60 to 90 seconds minimum, opening the chest and reversing forward posture. Total time is 8 to 12 minutes, 15 if you hold the fish pose longer, which I recommend. Do this daily, or at minimum 4 to 5 times per week. Treat this as a daily practice. If you are rushing through these positions, you are missing the point. The slower you move and the longer you hold, the deeper these stretches reach into the tissues that are actually causing your problems. You are not going to feel a dramatic change on day 1. But after a week, reaching overhead will feel a little easier. After 2 weeks, that constant tightness between your shoulder blades will start to loosen. After a month, you will catch yourself sitting taller without even thinking about it, and the people around you will notice before you do. Your body was never designed to sit in one position for 8 hours a day, but it is remarkably good at recovering once you give it the right signals. These 5 moves are those signals. If someone you know constantly complains about tight shoulders, a stiff neck, or that nagging ache between their shoulder blades, send them this video. It might be the thing that finally makes it stop.